right, guys, we're on day 4 today in Unit 10, and it says to find the roots of the following equation in simplest a plus bi form. Remember, this is not something we have to worry about until the very end, all right? And in the very first one, because we're finding roots, remember roots, zeros, x-intercept solutions cannot be found until your equation is equal to 0. And we also contain some parentheses, so we're going to get rid of those and get equal to 0 at the same time. And so when I distribute, this is going to become 2x squared minus 8x. I'm going to add my 17 so that I can be equal to 0 all in one step. Okay. Remember, a plus bi form kind of refers to imaginary roots, and you really can't get imaginary from factoring a trinomial. Okay, some factoring is possible to give you imaginary, but not a trinomial. And so I'm going to go ahead and skip the whole X box to see if I can find my multiply and add numbers, because I just don't think it's going to work. Instead, this is quadratic, and so I'm going to go into the quadratic formula. So we're going to say x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. And we're going to go ahead and clean it up. So we'll have x equals positive 8 plus or minus square root. I'm going to type all of this right into my calculator. Make sure you got parentheses around that negative 8 squared, okay, with the squared on the outside. And when you type it all in, it should give you negative 72, all divided by 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay. I'm going to take my square root off to the side here and break it up into 2 houses and actually a third house for the negative 1. Okay. And then 72 is not perfect, so the largest perfect that goes in is 36, and it goes in 2 times. And so this is going to become the 6, this is going to become the I, and then the square root of 2 is just going to drop down. And now I'm going to go ahead and replace that. So we're going to say x equals 8 plus or minus 6i radical 2 all over 4. And so now when I go ahead and simplify by dividing here and dividing here, I end up with x equals 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus or minus 6i radical 2 divided by 4. The 6 is really being divided by the 4, and 6 divided by 4 reduces to a fraction of 3 over 2. So I'm going to say 3i radical 2 all over 2. So you can see my 3 over 2. And that's in a plus bi form. All right, so my real is here with the 2. And there's my plus minus, all right? And then this has an I, and so this is the imaginary part. All right, and so this is a plus bi form. Okay? All right, guys, I will see you guys on day 4 notes.